Hi, my name is Sophie Laird, and I am a dietetic intern here at Workwell this summer. Today, I will be doing a presentation on eating well on a budget, both a monetary budget as well as a time budget. Today, I will begin by introducing some common misconceptions on eating well, essentially barriers that people claim prevent them from eating healthy. I will then take us through step by step on how to work through two of the common barriers to healthy eating, time and money. I will start by guiding you on how to make a plan for the week to get the most out of your money and time, how to shop smart to save money while still getting lots of nutrients, and then I will talk you through meal prepping tips and how to meal prep for work if you are out of the house during this time. And finally, I will share 3 meal prep recipes for you to try. Research has shown that these are the most common reasons people eat unhealthy. Most people lack the information to make healthy choices, not because they haven't tried necessarily, but either they haven't been taught or they have tried to learn. But in this environment, there's a plethora of misinformation out there on nutrition, making it difficult to navigate. The next reason is that people believe that cooking takes too much time and is too expensive. These 2 points right here are what I will be addressing in the coming slides. Lastly, and arguably the hardest barrier to cross, is that some people lack the motivation to change. And until an individual is motivated to change, there is not much you can do. In the next slides, I'm going to show you that eating healthy does not need to be expensive, and you do have time to meal prep. The first step to eating healthy on a budget is making a plan for the week. First, look at what you already have. Look in your fridge, freezer, and pantry to see what items you already have. Many people forget that they have ingredients like frozen meats or grains, and using these items you already have can help you save money. Next, think about your time. Think about what days you might be extra busy and plan simple meals for those days. What days do you have more time when maybe you can try a new recipe or ask your family to join in on making dinner? 3 is write down your meals. Writing down your meals for the week will allow you to visualize what you're having and what you need to buy. Write out what you want to have for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And number 4, plan to use leftovers. Using leftovers is a great way to save money. If you're making a larger meal for dinner, you can plan on reheating it and having it for lunch the next day. Also, sometimes leftovers from one recipe can be repurposed into another recipe. To summarize why making a plan is beneficial when wanting to keep on a budget, making a plan for your meals throughout the week allows you to go to the grocery store knowing what you have at home and what you need to buy for the week. Planning what you'll make and on what days will save you time and stress throughout the week. Now that you have your plan, the next step is going to the store. In the next slides, I'm going to give some helpful tips on shopping smart. Before even going to the store, ask around. It is possible that a grocery store near you may not be the cheapest and that other stores may have some great bargains. Depending on your needs, joining a wholesale club like Costco's or Sam's and buying in bulk may be a good way to save. Second is eat before you shop. Going to the grocery store while hungry will make everything look tasty and can lead to impulse buys and unhealthy food choices. Eat before going to the store and stick to your list. Number 3 is look at sales. Sales for stores usually come out midweek and can be found at the store's entrance or online. Checking out the sales and seeing if any of the items you are needing are on there, or if any items you want to make can be substituted with a sales item, can be cost effective. And lastly, get produce delivered. There are many low-cost produce delivery services that deliver local or imperfect produce items to your door for less. Here are some tips for every aisle of the grocery store. For fruits and vegetables, buying fruits and vegetables in season will almost always result in a cheaper price. Choosing frozen fruits and vegetables is a great way to save money, and they are still as nutritious as fresh produce. When buying canned fruits and vegetables, Make sure the fruit is stored in 100% fruit juice and the vegetables are in low sodium or no salt added. When choosing grains, choose whole grains whenever possible. Rice and pasta are budget-friendly grains. Choosing grains like oatmeal are more cost-friendly and healthier than cold cereals. Protein can be found in items all around the store. Consider vegetarian proteins like beans, chickpeas, and lentils for a more cost-effective option. To lower meat costs, consider buying family-sized or bulk and freeze what you don't use. Choose lean meats like chicken or turkey when possible. And buying canned seafood like tuna and sardines are inexpensive and last a long time in your pantry. For dairy, try choosing low-fat or fat-free milk to reduce calories and fat while still getting calcium. Buying larger containers of yogurt rather than single-serve is budget-friendly and you can add in your own fruit, reducing sugar. Choose reduced-fat cheeses whenever possible. And for the other section, drinking water rather than soda or other sugared beverages and avoiding the chips and candy aisle will be beneficial for both your health and your wallet. For understanding the price tag on the shelf has a lot of information. It's good to understand what the numbers mean. This section will break it down for you. The retail price is the price you pay for one single item. The unit price is the cost of an item by its size. This can be pound, ounce, or any other measurement. Comparing unit prices can be helpful when comparing items. Buying a larger container or something can be cost-effective if the unit price is cheaper, as seen in this example. The 32-ounce container of yogurt has a unit price of 5 cents, while the 6-ounce container has a unit price of 12 cents, showing that the bigger container has a better bang for your buck. Now that we've talked about making your plan and shopping smart, I want to talk about an additional and optional element to saving time and money, which is meal prepping. Meal prepping is the practice of preparing the key elements of a dish, like chopping the vegetables or cooking the rice, or even preparing the entire recipe before you plan to eat it. Here are 3 benefits of meal prepping for work. Meal prepping for work tends to save money. Bringing a lunch from home tends to be cheaper than buying a lunch while out. Plus, meal prepping helps save money while grocery shopping as it makes you intentional with your purchases. Secondly, meal prepping for work is linked to weight loss and health. Meals purchased while out will almost always be higher in calories, saturated fat, and sodium compared to meals prepared at home. Prepping at home also allows for portion control. And finally, meal prepping saves time. Taking 1 hour a week to prep your lunches for the week will save you time and stress during the week deciding what to make for lunch or standing in line to buy something. Here are some tips for meal prepping. Number 1, plan ahead. Deciding which meals you are going to meal prep for the week. If working a 9 to 5, it can be beneficial to meal prep breakfast and lunch. Number 2, keep recipes simple. Healthy and creative recipes don't have to be hard to make. A simpler menu is usually easier to make and more cost-effective. 3, consider each food group. Try to make sure all your meal preps have a healthy carbohydrate, a lean protein, and a healthy fat to boost satiety of the meal. Number 4, choose a specific time frame to meal prep. Choose a day and time of the week that you will get all your meal prepping done so you don't have to worry about it at another time. And 5, get organized. Make sure you have all the cooking utensils and meal prep containers and space in your fridge ahead of time. Here are some points on getting organized and kitchen time savers. Number 1 is organize your kitchen. Keep items you use the most, like cutting boards, cooking spray, and spatulas, within easy reach. Number 2, clear the clutter. Before you begin cooking, make sure your workspace is clear for your meal prepping. Chop extra veggies and store in your fridge. When cutting vegetables for meal prepping, chop extra and freeze for later so that next time your vegetables are ready to go. Double your recipe. If you are making a freezer-safe dish, try doubling the recipe so that you have a meal ready for next week. No extra work needed. Bulk up your recipes with other foods. You can stretch recipes by adding in other foods. For example, you can bulk up a soup by adding rice or adding vegetables to pastas, allowing you to serve more meals. Clean as you go. Cleaning as you go is a great way to save time and makes the process of meal prepping smoother. Can you wash your dishes while something is cooking, for example? And save some for later. Freeze leftover sauces or soups in containers for future use. Finally, I've gone ahead and shared 3 easy meal prep recipes ideas that you can try out for yourself. This first dish is a sheet pan Greek chicken bowl. You can make it as is or choose to serve it over brown rice or lettuce. The second recipe is a vegetarian recipe, a Southwest quinoa salad. Although it is vegan or vegetarian, it is still loaded with protein and nutrients. Lastly, I'm sharing a cold pasta salad that you don't need to reheat before eating, making it a good option if you're somewhere without a microwave. And finally, I'm leaving you some extra resources here on eating on a budget and meal prepping. Thank you so much for your time and happy meal prepping.